Welcome in, hockey fans. It's another Coach's Comments. I've got head coach from the University of Denver, David Carle, with me. First of all, Coach, happy holidays. How was Christmas for you?
It was great. Made the bold decision to drive with my wife and our 7-month-old son to Minnesota. So it's 12 and a half hours. Took 2 days, but it was a great time getting to go up to my brother's house. My mom and dad were up there, see family, and then we drove back on the 22nd or 23rd to get back here in time, and had a nice low-key Christmas here in Denver.
And Denver with no snow yet, possibly this weekend, I understand, so we'll see what happens. But more importantly, on the ice with you guys, the Nanooks are in town, and Alaska. It's very close to your heart, isn't it?
Yep, certainly. Obviously, we have the big connections with Dallas and Tavis, having gone to school there. Both Tavis and Dallas's wives from Alaska, me being from Alaska, so a team, them and Anchorage, two teams that we have on our schedule. This year with Fairbanks, and then in upcoming years with both programs. So yeah, a lot of connections, and it's a great opportunity to be able to play teams from where we have those connections, and be able to go back home for all three of us when we do go up there.
So the obvious question for you is, what do you expect out of this team? Because you don't get to see these teams a whole lot. You see them on film, but that's about it. What do you expect out of the Nanooks this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, a very resilient group, hardworking, play to their identity very well. I think Coach Large has done an exceptional job with them. And, you look at their schedule. I mean, this is the start of a 10-game road trip for them, where they go to Maine, Minnesota, here, ASU, and I'm missing one other one. But, they just grind, and I think it's a part of their identity, and it comes out in the way that they play. They're very comfortable in tight checking, hard hockey games, and they work to their identity. So it's going to be a real challenge for our group. First game's coming off a break. Very competitive team that we're playing this weekend at home.
So before the break, you guys played 4 on the road. You won 3 of them. I thought 3 very convincing wins. Maybe the 4th one, not something that you want to look back on. But tell us about that. Do you guys feel comfortable on the road now?
I think we're getting there. Going into that 4-game segment, we obviously felt like we needed to play better on the road and stick to our process and have a more simplified and just focused effort, playing to our identity. And I thought our guys did that. They rose to the challenge, very well in 3 of the 4 games. In the 4th game, Duluth comes out in a much better effort from the night before, losing 5-0 at home. And second period, I thought we were close to making it 3-2, maybe even 3-3. Their goaltender played exceptional in that period, and then the game got away from us a little bit in the 3rd. So all in all, from the first 4-game road trip to the second 4-game road trip, a lot of growth in our team, going 0-4 to 3-1.
Okay, so you got one of your players playing with the World Juniors right now, and Carter Mazur. I watched him play the other night. I thought he was really physical. Were you surprised at the way Carter brought it physically?
No, I mean, it's part of his game. He likes to get into corners and create turnovers and do those types of things. So, no, I think Carter is playing to his identity up there with that team, and will continue to carve out a big role. Hopefully, they're able to get playing again here with the news that just broke in the last hour with their team.
Okay, and then as I mentioned last time I talked to you, we talked about the NHL and specifically Troy Terry and what he's meant to not only your program but to the Anaheim Ducks this year. And I think you told me back then that you weren't surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I think Troy has been on a real good path. His skills and his mind have, for me, always been waiting for his body to catch up. And this summer, when talking to Matt Shaw and just how Troy did in the weight room, Matt was raving about how strong he's really gotten, and I just think that physical element to his body has allowed his confidence to grow even more. He's able to now start doing some of the things in the NHL that he was doing in youth hockey, junior hockey, and here for us as a Pioneer. So excited for him, and it's been a real pleasure to watch him get off such a great start this year in the National Hockey League.
Obviously good for the program too. It doesn't hurt recruiting when you have a guy like that, right?
Yeah, for sure. He's a guy who came here as a really young man and very underdeveloped, and and he's become a man, and he's done it by being here every summer and obviously playing here for 3 years. So he's a great success story that we can talk about to a lot of our current recruits and future ones.
All right, I'll let you go. A big weekend coming up, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day with the Nanooks in town. And I'll be here the rest of the way, all the way till the Frozen Four, so we'll see you in Boston.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you.